Hi, this is Abraham Walker, Ask A Walker, your Northern Virginia real estate agent. And today is, what is today? March 7th, 2017. We just finished our door knocking for today. It's 11:21, a little bit later start to the day than we'd like. And we visited 3 properties. All 3 individuals were home. The homes started at $500,000. The middle house was $800,000, and the last house was $1.1 million. And the first individual, we're working on a new script, right, at the door, because we want to get whatever we're going to say. We want it to be the same, so that we want to think about it, and we could pay attention to the individual we're talking to. Responses. We can also pay attention to their tonality. We could pay attention to their body language as we speak to them, and it's very challenging to do that if you're paying attention, or if I'm paying attention to what I'm saying, right? So this is the script. Hi, my name is Abraham Walker with Ask A Walker. I saw that your home was on Zillow Make Me Move, and I wanted to see if you were still interested in selling your property. And they say, yes, of course. And I say, well, great. Well, a service I provide to clients like you is market analysis. So I have this market analysis right here. I hand it to them. I extend it. I do not ask them if they want it. I extend it. They always take it. And then I say, great. So once you sell this home, where do you plan on going to next? And so we just move into our regular script that we use on phone calls, right? And they say wherever they're going next. And then I say, great. I know that people like you tend to put their homes for sale by owner while they're interviewing agents. And I would like to be one of the agents that you interview when it comes time to sell your home. And then they respond, well, we're going to give, we've been having a lot of luck ourselves, so I don't think we're going to need an agent. And I say, that's perfectly understandable. All I want is an opportunity to interview for the job of selling your home if it comes. I want you to be successful. Hold on. All right. I want you to be successful. And if you're not, hey, I would like the job. I would like the opportunity to interview for the job of selling your property. And then they'll respond, well, whatever. And then we either proceed to find out more information about their motivation, right? What's the purpose? If they're moving to a certain location, we could move the conversation to, okay, great. So you're moving to the location. When would you like to be there by? Okay, so you want to be there by this time, or you want to start selling your home seriously at this time? And then they'll respond, and then you say, great. What's taking you to that location? They say, well, I'm going there for whatever, right? And then you just want to constantly move the conversation along with a series of questions, right? That's the reason why we learn scripts. You want to practice these scripts, internalize them, because you may need a question at a different period in time, right? The dog may come out of the door, right, and distract the individual that you're presenting to and throw them off, right? And you know that even if you ask them this next question, they're a little loopy right there, right? So you want to kind of maybe like, oh, that's a cute dog. Like, oh my goodness, that's a cute, what's the dog's name, and what's the cat's name, and oh, should the cat get out, and all this other stuff, right? You do that, and then you go back to your script, right? So that's a nice little script we're working on, right? And as we iron it out, right, we got to iron it out. We'll write it down, and then we'll have it more succinct. So then, while I'm up there at the door, I'm fully focused on the individual. People love when you're attentive to them. So that's what we've done today. What are we about to do next? It's 11:30. We're going to, I think, I have follow-up phone calls left to do. Also, I want to get on the phone for 3 hours today. And I've promised my boys that I'm going to start getting home at 4:45, right? So we're working backwards, right? From 440. Now I'm working from 445 to now. I know I have to pick them up at 3:50, right? I leave my office at 3:50 to pick them up. So between, essentially, I have 3 hours of phone calls. I have a follow-up phone call. I also have a home buyers, not a home buyers, but we have to negotiate a home inspection for one of our listings. So we're gonna fit that in into 3:50. Maybe we'll eat lunch, maybe not. Let's talk about today's thought for today. Okay, so today's thought for today is this. There are levels to development, and dependent upon your level of development will dictate how much you control in the development process, right? Let me give you an example. I want to use myself as an example. I'm running this idea, right? This idea was given to me by Cody Gibson at Family Reunion, right? Now, I could have come up with this idea myself. But since I did not come up with the idea myself, I've chosen to follow instructions, fully implement the instructions I was given, and then inside those constraints, right? So I've decided to constrain myself. Inside those constraints, I will find creativity. I grow tired of talking to people who are not in control of themselves, who are not in control of their destinies, who are not in control of anything, and they ask you for advice, and you give them advice, and then they decide to have an opinion. You did not have an opinion to begin with. So why don't you follow directions? Follow directions. Then draw an opinion. Then come to a conclusion. Then follow your own dreams. But if you're not doing a great job of following your own dreams, like I was, right? I was a little scatterbrained a little bit, right? We were purposeful in some of our movement, but we did not decide, right? We didn't cut off other things that we were targeting, and now we are, right? Now we're fully focused, right? Now, inside of this focused, constrained, we no longer have choices area, now we can be creative. Inside. So, I know some people are fighting this right now because they want to be quote unquote entrepreneurs, or they want to be quote unquote independent. Growth has 3 levels that Stephen Covey talks about, 3 levels of growth. The first, dependent, right? Second, independent. Third, interdependent, right? So dependent is like a child. When a child is born, a child knows nothing, right? They can't do anything for themselves. They're fully dependent on their parents. Then the child, right, starts to get some control of their body parts, some control of their mouth, some control, right? So now this child is independent in that movement, right? They don't need this adult, and they still are following some instructions. Well, for this child to get, I guess, more leeway from their parents to be like the masters of their own domain, they must choose to work inside those constraints, right? Even adults have constraints. Like I can't speed right now because there are rules. Anyway, so that's the idea for today, right? So if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a vision, if you don't have an idea, and if you're not working towards it, find someone else's idea, latch on to it, do exactly what they said to do, then become creative, right? In Keller Williams, there's a triangle we draw, right? It says that you should find a model, and then on top of the model, you put creativity on top, right? Most people, they're building an upside down triangle, right? They want to be creative and then slap a model on top of that thing. And that's just not a great way to do it. So, my name is Abraham Walker. With Ask A. Walker, your Northern Virginia real estate agent, I do appreciate your future referrals. You can send those to my email, abraham@askawalker.com, or you can shoot me you can call me, 703-539-2053. And as always, Have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.